mainly going over just basic pretrial motions. There will be some that will be more evidentiary in the future, but today we were just mainly going over preliminary motions to try to get a little clarification on how things will progress into the future.
And what would you say the future is looking like right now?
Well, I mean, it looks like it's going to trial. It doesn't look like there's going to be any resolution of the case, and we've been working every day for the most part, gathering records, interviewing witnesses, going through discovery that they've provided to us, because we do have a shorter period of time than what the state has had. I mean, this offense dated in 2016, and we got the case in 2024, but we have been diligently working to gather as much information as we can, so we'll be ready for trial in February.
And I was obviously at the back of the room, so I had trouble hearing some of the things y'all were talking about, but I did hear the words death penalty in a couple of the motions, I believe. Any chance you could detail those for me?
Yeah, I filed a couple of different ones to challenge the constitutionality of the death penalty. Both of those motions have been presented in the courts in the past to challenge the constitutionality of the death penalty, as well as one of the special issues and the fact that there's no burden of proof on it. The courts have already ruled on both of those motions in the past, so basically just preserving the record and preserving the complaint for some time in the future.
But both of those motions were denied, correct?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Would you say that's pretty typical for death penalty cases?
For those two motions, yes.
Okay.
We have a couple of other motions that challenge the constitutionality of the statute of the death penalty. One has to do with the unequal funding between what the defense has versus all the resources that the state of Texas has, and that's also been previously ruled on, but we will urge that at a future hearing.
And at this point, what is the defense's stance on Mr. Sutton with regards to what he's been charged with?
Well, I mean, when you're faced with the death penalty, that's the worst of the worst as far as punishment goes. So we've got to both contest the guilt innocence as well as the punishment. And so the state of Texas believes they can prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. We're going to do what we can to put them to that burden, and then also fight everything we can to try to keep Mr. Sutton off death row.